I awoke to a peculiar silence, the kind that you don't expect on a flight full of passengers. As I blinked away the remnants of sleep, the first oddity struck me. The flight attendant stood frozen in the aisle, a pitcher of orange juice suspended mid-pour, droplets hanging in the air like tiny glass beads. Glancing around, I realized everyone was locked in place, caught mid-conversation or mid-bite, their eyes wide open yet devoid of life. The plane hummed with the usual mechanical sounds, but the absence of human noise was deafening. I shifted in my seat, the soft leather creaking beneath me, the only sound breaking the stillness. Panic simmered under my skin as I unbuckled my seatbelt, slowly rising to investigate. I passed through the aisles, my heart pounding louder than the plane's engines. A child sat with a toy airplane in hand, his mouth agape in a perpetual laugh. An older woman clutched her knitting needles, the yarn dangling from her fingers like a spider's web. It was as if I'd stumbled into a living wax museum, the air thick with an unnameable dread. I reached the cockpit door, my hand hovering over the handle. What if the pilots were frozen too? What if the plane was spiraling into an inevitable crash? I took a deep breath and turned the handle, stepping inside. To my shock, the pilots were animated, conversing in hushed tones, their eyes flicking towards me with a mix of relief and urgency. They didn't seem surprised by the frozen tableau outside the cockpit. "You're awake," the captain said, a gravity to his voice that made my stomach lurch. "We need your help." They explained that this was a rare phenomenon, a temporal anomaly that trapped everyone except a few in a suspended state. Only those with a particular genetic marker could remain conscious, and I was one of them. My mind raced with questions, but one loomed larger than the rest. Why me, and what were we supposed to do? As the plane soared through a sky that seemed darker than it should be, we worked together, following cryptic instructions from a manual that seemed older than the aircraft itself. Each task we completed seemed to push back the encroaching darkness, but it was clear this was more than just a mechanical failure. As we neared our destination, the plane shuddered violently. The captain's face turned ashen as he revealed the final, chilling truth: we were not flying towards an airport but towards a rip in time itself. Our only hope was to navigate through it, something no one had ever survived. With no other options, we braced ourselves as the plane descended into the unknown, the frozen faces of our fellow passengers a haunting reminder of what lay ahead.